Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now. This is Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones.
On second down, Williams. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And it's third down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
He's getting man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Mahomes. And that to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Falcons 3, Chiefs 0.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. handoff for Gurley. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. To get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
3-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 33-yard line.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. Will find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And 3 at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to number 10.
Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Now he's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
But now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Taken from about the 12.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes steps away to his left. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
To Tyreek Hill. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Kelsey, left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to go down. They get turned back at the 40. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. That one complete to Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looks to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Falcons 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Third and 8.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Mahomes with
and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
First down, Chiefs.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. 20! And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 10.
Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 66 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mahomes on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
For the Chiefs field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. So now it's 4th and short.
Signs of a penalty. That means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game? The strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons.
Sterling Hawkwrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
The 35-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike.
Hey, 57, Colin. 57, Colin.
Fresno. Check 99.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey. 44 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Score, Chiefs 7, Falcons 0. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan. It's Hill. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
18 on the play. And the Falcon first down.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Past the 20. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 16-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Falcons.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
1-yard loss.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Hey, 57, 57.
22, Mike 22. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Cut. Mike 22.
15. Attack.
Shit.
Attack.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pass intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Hey, check. Mike 22.
On Sunday.
You mom.
Here we go.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Down at the 20-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A 53-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, his distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77, and Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. He only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history, and I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see.
First down.
Eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Watch the whip. Check 31. Check.
Come back.
Check. Hey, I got him. That's me.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes stepping up. He'll try and run. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
It's now 3rd down.
Jam. Hey, alert 3. Jam. 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. First down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Second and
now they'll throw it with Ryan.
47-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
That's me, baby. Turn it up.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. I got it. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Tell her.
He's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 50 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 21, Falcons 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. From the 24, Ryan.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons get a bit closer. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
56.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, they run with Gurley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And the Falcon.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Falcons cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. In this year's 1st round, this is Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Strip that ball. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East front runners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got big been back, and they've got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry him the rest of the way.
He has 7 remaining unbeaten.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Todd Gurley, 45 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Chiefs 28. Falcons 23.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Back to you. I'm going back 23.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Kill. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shut that. Motion. Check. Shift.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Williams. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 14. 7 yards there and a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's see what you got.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Brings up
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
12-yard line.
He's checking, he's checking.
15.
You.
They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. This is party now. That's the safety creep.
Yellow.
Big gap. Bang.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Falcons 23. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sorensen on the tackle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
On the tackle.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside. And he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
It's a gain of
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes. Look at your timeouts. Make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Williams, the ball carrier.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
To throw, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that can get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.
Chiefs.
But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't.
Somewhat open. They didn't get. Someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.